Good morning and welcome to Friday. Yeah, this is our first stop here on Friday. And if you remember last week, here, let me kill all the noise. So if you remember last week, I talked about how since this pool gets so much how this pool gets so many leaves and they all go in the pump basket that they're brewing some tea. Okay, so right here, this pool has just gone green. Never seen this pool green before. Couple things I already can tell. The pool crested, probably. Either that or just there was some intrusion of dirt. And yeah, so I'm not going to dilly-dally here a whole lot. When I see this in the future, and this is when I'm going to this will be my SOP, standard operating procedure, is that I'm going to put the robot in, and that's it. Like, I'm going to go, and then I'm going to pick it up when I come back. I'm not even going to do my chems until we get back. So yeah, we got kind of a long Friday today. So welcome. I hope you guys are doing well. Had a great week, and it was productive. Anyway, I'm going to, like I said, put the robot to work, and we'll move on for now. Actually, I'm going to need you to do a little better on the, you're doing a great job on the walls and the tile line, but I really need you to go out here and do this. Could you do that for me? Anyway, it's hard to find a good employee, but anyway, I'm almost inclined to do a filter clean here. We're going to see how it goes when I get back here, what the condition of the water is. But here's another thing that I can always, the angry pool man knows all and sees all. Okay, so when I got here, I can already tell there's been some homeowner interaction. You don't have a pool that looks like this without having any sort of anything in the pump cover, so, or in the pump basket. So I know what's going on. So yeah, there's been so much, and he didn't have any time to help out, which is no worries whatsoever. But yeah, you're still on the wall. I need you over here. Okay, so anyway, don't call the employment development department on me. Okay, there. So right on. Yeah, and look at him go. Yeah, he's already creating tracks of cleanliness and wonderfulness. Cool. So what was I talking about? Yeah, I think I need to do a filter clean here almost immediately in the next week. Wasn't probably slated to do that. Whatever. No big deal. We'll pop our clean and clear here in a little while. But before I leave here, I definitely want to make sure this pool primes immediately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our 3-position switch here in the middle, and then I'm going to just run it here on quick clean for a second. Okay, you can see how the pump is almost immediately priming up. Okay, now we put it back. Okay, and so that's it. So right on, I'm going to let the robot do his thing, and then I'll be back around when I'm done. Smoke on the water. Okay, so we just had our time change here, and you know, part of being a good pool guy is noticing the details. So our lights are still on here, right? Our landscapes lights are still on. So this is my first year going through this with this pool, so I noticed that we have a intermatic timer. I'll get back to the pool in a minute, but we have an intermatic timer, so that means pretty much one thing. that our easy touch is going to be controlling our yard lights. The way that we provide value and why our customers would stay with us through thick and thin is because of things how we do right now, how we ingratiate ourselves to these people. And you know what, even if they don't know, I'll tell you what, that's called ethics. Ethics are what you do when no one is looking. We're down here, we're gonna empty our pump cover and be done being down here. But yeah, so that's another thing we can do. Now, we'll probably just follow up with a text on this. We don't want to be wasting our time, but you know, maybe that's something that the landscaper will do, perhaps. But either way, it's a job that's got to get done. I'm on these people's team. I'm on this family's. I'm on their team, meaning that they have a landscaper. They maybe have childcare, whatever. We're all on the team. We're all on the same team. So same team. Let's work together. Okay, we live in the information age, or whoever, maybe that was 10 years ago, I don't know. That means I'm right on time. My point is that we have to take advantage of the information that we're given. So this morning, it's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. Once again, another beautiful post-rain, no dust pool. Golly, I love the look of this glassy water. But the weather guy said no more rain for at least 6 days, 8 days, something like that. So does that mean that we're gonna add salt in that time? Not necessarily. I want to add salt, trust me. If I can get my pools operating, the majority of my pools are salt pools, and so if I can get them operating by themselves, generating chlorine, that means I don't have to provide it in liquid or tablet form. So yeah, there was a gal who talked about, hey, we're building a pool, tell us what, you know, what do you think about glass tile, what do you think about materials? And here's an example of high contrast, really dark materials. If you have a salt pool, what is it going to do? It's going to leave salt. Now, when I took over this pool, the salt was so high that here in the spa, it was like you would brush it and it would just, you know, it was like standing next to pig pen. It would make a cloud of salt. So anyway, now I got that under control. No more of that. We're properly chlorinated, certainly not overly chlorinated. But look at this pool. The two-wheel drive pool cleaner from Hayward actually keeps us really, our flea market cleaner keeps us really clean. Anyway, a lot of talking this morning, not enough work. Okay guys, low chems, that's okay. I don't mind that for this. Maybe I don't have a tab. How are we on cyanuric? Our cyanuric is, excuse me, we call that kind of low. Our alkalinity is perfect. Our pH is low. So that tells me two things. That we still have maybe a tab to add if we wanted to, which I'm not going to this week. The pH is really low, which leads me to believe no one has been using even the hot tub. So these are things, there are indicators. You know, there's still some chlorine in the pool if we have, you know, use, but and we're going to start having some use. I'm sure the parents want to be getting the use of their pools with their kids. Okay, we are done here. Like I said before, I appreciate this pool. This pool is a joy to take care of. There's no red cups here. There's not even any children's toys, in the sense that, you know, here I am, I'm cleaning the pool, I'm taking care of the pool. I'm not removing, you know, children's toys or rocks or what have you. So anyway, let's move on. Okay, so we're here at our first infinity pool on Friday, and this pool stays pretty clean. Once again, this water looks really, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it looks yellow in that. Now, what they've done such a great job here, this used to be dirt. All of these planters were just dirt, And so now obviously everything, manifest destiny, is coming together for this backyard, and it is absolutely beautiful. Look how smart they were. They got this pittosporum going here. It looks like they lost their tiki torch. So yeah, anyway, this is a sign of a backyard that somebody's put some thought into this. Okay, that's good. I know we've had Santa Ana, so that's why these things are blowing all about. I'm gonna stop yammering and get to work. Okay, so if you've been watching this pool for a little while, you know it doesn't really hold a whole lot of chemicals. There is a tab in the skimmer, and I have a tab in the floater. Our salt is immaterial because we're very low anyway. So I'm gonna get back to just brushing, adding a tab, and then we'll move on. Once again, the angry pool man sees all and knows all. Homeowner posted a video I'm Facebook friends with, and posted a video of them having a rockin' party here with like 50-60 people. Like, I saw like 9 kids in the pool right there, in the spa rather. The point is that that 1.0 that I saw in the chlorine, yeah, it's a little low, and I don't want to come back to anything. So I added a gallon, and you can kind of tell here, I don't know if you can see this on the GoPro, but yeah, the chlorine is, I added it to the skimmer, which is not something I always do, but I added it today because I just wanted to broadcast all of the liquid chlorine absolutely everywhere. I didn't want to just concentrate on one region of the pool, as I often do. So anyway, I added a gallon, and that's it. I didn't add any tabs or anything like that. Okay, so there was like I said before, a gal who was talking about materials, and if you've watched this channel for any period of time, you knew that I do everything every week. So I hit the tile. This is obviously white waterline tile here, and notice how stubborn that is. Okay, if I can't take it off with my finger, that means it needs, you know, something more than, I mean, I use a tile pad. Okay, however worn down, this right here is my tile pad. Okay, and I hit it, yes, it needs replacement. Okay, so yeah, I use this, I put it on my pole, and I hit it every week. Now this week I didn't do that because I hit it with the tickler, but here, same idea. Okay, we're knocking off everything here. I'm not here to deal with all the pollen and everything. That's what's happening. The dirt, this was a construction zone for like over a year, in the sense that the pool was completed, but you know, like the pool, everything around it wasn't completed until like a month ago. So there has been a lot of dust. Yeah, and that white waterline tile reflects it. So you want to know on what to choose in your materials. There's a little extra advice to help you make the decision. Okay, so we of course went to the spool, but I didn't film it. No good news is good news. So we're here at our second infinity pool on Friday, and if you remember earlier this week, this spa was drained. Homeowner's son came in town. Yeah, cloudy water, signs of a party, however tame, and some stuff in the pool. No big deal, but yeah, very cloudy water. I'll almost certainly be adding some chemicals. I always kind of just start talking to you before I bring things back. Why don't we do this while we're waiting? I'm gonna unhook this hose here from the evacuation spigot and get the pool running, and we'll be out of here before we know it. This is a really, really beautiful pool. Has some issues, but we're gonna work through them. Okay, so like I said before, this water looks used and cloudy. That's fine, it has been used, and that's why it's cloudy. So let's check our chems real quick. Actually, the spa is brightened up. Okay, so just like I suspected, there's no chlorine in the pool. That's great. It's no problem. We're going to add some. We're low on salt, so there's IC40 is not making anything. Our pH is surprisingly low, but that's okay. The pH is going to raise after we add a gallon of chlorine. So, but once again, no skimmer here. Our skimmer is our edge and our trough. So I'm going to add it right here along the seat and on the Baja shelf. Okay, we are cleaned up for the most part. There's a tiny little bug or two there on the floor, but I'm gonna actually put a new cleaner in. The homeowner listened to my suggestion and purchased a Pentair Rebel. This is the Pentair Rebel only. He paid $227 for it. So that's a ripping price, but there's no hoses with it. So he already had the Hayward Navigator, which is over in a box. I'm gonna put it together and I'm gonna put it in the pool. Okay, so before I do that, I'd like to talk about materials again. And somebody asked about glass tile. So yeah, glass tile is right here. It's awesome and whatnot, but it's a little 2012 or something. I don't know. It's been around for a while. That being said, I feel this is an awesome choice for this pool. Now, just yesterday I even said about choosing materials that are gonna wear good and not have a haze. Well, the glass tiles, they always seem to have like kind of an inferior glazing, and then so they will, you know, show that white haze after 3 to 5 years or something, and then it will kind of dull. We're gonna be at a house later with the swim up bar that has black tile, black glass tile, and we're gonna check that out too. So do I like glass tile? Absolutely. I love the iridescence, and if you like it, you better put it in. Put it in, man. You should definitely get what you want. That being said, there's always implications to the materials that you use, and so it's important to pay attention when you're making those choices. So guys, you know, it's so cool when and pool guys can speak to this, when your homeowner takes your advice, your suggestion, and like I asked him to do, please buy a Pentair Rebel. I got him a pretty good price on Amazon. It's $227 for just the Rebel only, no hoses. Like I said before, he had the Hayward Navigator, and I'm using those hoses for it. Okay, so his Hayward Navigator I'll probably end up using at another customer. You know, somebody else with the proper interior finish can use that Hayward Navigator. It's right over there. It's brand new. So anyway, we'll put that somewhere else, maybe even in Maggie the Boxer's pool when the time comes. But look at the pool. Look at the Pentair Rebel. He just climbed the wall there. Okay, he just picked up something. Yeah, I love, oh no, he didn't get it. But anyway, I love the Pentair Rebel. I think it's the best two-wheel drive cleaner. Okay, so we're here at our second to last pool on Friday. Pool with an electronic cover. And oh, yeah, I guess we got a little rain from that cardboard there. And you know, the homeowner says she was having a party last Friday and she's still partying. A gallon of chlorine because we're low on salt. We're not going to be adding salt. Hopefully, you know, we'll be adding it soon, but it needs to be like 70 degrees or more for like 2 weeks, and then I'm going to add. Otherwise, I'm going to sanitize with liquid chlorine, and I'm going to do that here today. And I'm going to add it to the skimmer as well, so it broadcasts everywhere. But Pentair Rebel does a great job making it clean here, and yeah, I just forgot about those two spillway. Yeah, look. This is what's supposed to be happening for the first half hour and the last half hour of every day. This is what I'm doing here. So, oops, forgot. Once again, we have a bunch of rainwater in here, so that's why there's no chlorine. But we're also gonna Just make sure that there's proper sanitation and add a gallon. And then we're also going to knock down our pH, which is high, with 3/4 of a gallon of muriatic acid. And I'm going to put that all along, try to broadcast it everywhere. Okay, so we're out of here. We have brushed every square inch. The Pentair Rebel, like I said, does a great job. So I added my, and I know this is where most of my use in the past week has been, right, by the homeowner in this spa. So I added my chemicals, well, first off, just my chlorine to the skimmer. And since we're returning to the spa, look how cloudy this water is, right? So fortunately there's adequate mixing going on here. It's spilling over here, and then we're going and we're adequately chlorinating and knocking down the pH in the pool, right, and in the spa, right? So we didn't add any acid. Never ever add acid to a spa. Doesn't matter what the interior finish is, never add it. And what you want to do with the acid is broadcast it in a nice, very calm method, no splashing. Get it close so it can be sucked up by these main drains and then mixed, right? So never ever want to add acid to a skimmer or a spa. Say it with me. We never want to add acid, muriatic acid, to a skimmer or spa, okay? Once again, this is going to clean up here. Obviously, like I said, there was a lot of use here. That's why it's cloudy, okay? That's okay. The chlorine's doing its job. But look at the rest of the pool. It's absolutely crystal clear, completely spotless, and we're moving on to our last pool of the day. So here at our last pool of the day, and yeah, our perimeter overflow pool is spilling over. Yeah, water looks pretty good. Yeah, there's still, this is the thing that I'm going to be fighting with this pool. I don't ever want to see algae right here. Okay, now this is the direction the sun comes up in. That's east, this is west. So the sun goes across the sky, and I don't know, why are we getting algae in this that trough there? That bugs me. Okay, the thing is about the pool still looks great. Okay, look at the water, look at the walls. Okay, that's really all I can be concerned about. But I'll tell you what, with this ground cover, which I hate, and you know, the proximity to the pool, anytime we have a breath of wind and this thing, you know, if this stuff dries up and all these leaves go in my pool, I don't know, I'm gonna have to insist that all this ground cover goes off. Now, one thing that I can see right here is that the rise of the stair, not the tread, but the rise of the stair, looks like it has algae to me. So when I hit it with the tickler, that's gonna dust up. But anyway, I haven't even brought anything back. Okay, I feel good about this. We are out. Yeah, just like I thought when I brushed those stairs with the tickler. I think it just blew up with algae. So pool's getting a little use. Now I don't know if a raccoon was bathing here, or maybe one of the little pee-pee kids. I think they have one. I thought he was too small, but yeah, I don't know. Algae on the stairs and nowhere else. That means little pee-pee kids. So anyway, that's okay. That's what you pay for. That's why we include chlorine in the price. So anyway, I have to get back to my first customer today. His pool went green, his hill slid in, so we're gonna go back there and I'm gonna put my Porta Vac on it and get double the filtration. Okay, so we're here at my very first customer, and the pool went green brown yesterday. So I finished here in my neighborhood. I got my Porta Vac working. We got the power of 2, and I must say that I've, you know, affected some really good change here already. I'm vacuuming. My homeowner's away, so right now I want to do my stand up here, but yeah, you don't think that the Porta Vac works. I have the thing right there on the step, and we're just vacuuming we're filtering water twice as fast. Okay, I try to stay away from filming homeowners and stuff. I don't want to ask them whether they want to be on camera or not. I just kind of assume they don't. So anyway, we're here at leaving at account number 1. So we're taking off. I think we've made some progress here. We're going to be just filtering for the next 24 hours. I'm going to come back tomorrow and get my gear. And I'll tell you what, are you kidding me? I'm gonna make so many points with the misses here. This is awesome. Wish you could save flowers for when I actually did something wrong, but yeah, we're moving on to the pool with the swim up bar. We are here at our pool with the swim up bar, and just like I thought, it is absolutely thrashed. Oh wow, just totally trashed. But let's look on the bright side. Okay, there's no algae right there. Yes, there is. Damn it. Okay, there's barely any algae, and there's a serious reduction in algae from last week. Hey, I like to look at the positive. Okay, so of course no one's swimming, but anyway, it'll be interesting to take our chems here. It's nice we actually have some sunny weather. Fortunately, we don't really have too many high temperatures. Anyway, we have a lot of work to do. Okay, this pool was super thrashed, as it is every week, with no chlorine and lots of algae next to the bar stools. Wah, wah, wah. Not finishing the week on a high note like I'd like to, but that's all right between the ears. Your attitude is yours and yours alone. So let's have a good attitude. Let's go into the weekend with positivity. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. Please give me a like if you feel the notion. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Give me a comment down in the bloop bloops. I'd love that. You guys, I want to make sure you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next week.